Hey guys, so this is kind of a little bit of a filler episode, if you will, of my content. I was currently working on the new video that I'm working for my channel, and it's the placement matches for season 13 of the Overwatch competitive play. And I felt like, you know what, I can go on to here and kind of talk about the creative process of, working on a a video for somebody that gave me their content to work on. Okay, so this here is a little under 2 minutes or 20 minutes of footage, and Cheeseaholic is very entertaining in the fact that he's very animated and he's very vocal on certain things that he's very vocal on what he's feeling. So I was able to get a lot of the times where in this video he would act up and kind of get very animated and very vocal. So the I knew that that was like the big interesting part of this video, as well as the tournament that they were in. Um, the tournament that they were in. So the whole gameplay footage of the stream wasn't of this clip wasn't so much edited as much as it was the beforehand of it. So if you know Cheeseaholic, you know a lot of the people that are in the NBA 2K19 scene as well, and they all are right now in this video. They're not all of them, but a lot of them are playing this 2v2 tournament. Just okay, here I have this footage. Do something with it. I was like, okay, cool. Let me see what I can do. Going through everything, going through all the footage. Um, I noticed that there was a big part in the beginning where Cheeseaholic kind of gets creeped out by this person, either is gay or is acting gay. Um,
I said if I get gay takeover, it's gonna be a GG.
so you hear that kind of like the uh overtly homosexual comments that this person's making, that it kind of gets to Cheeseaholic, and it makes him uncomfortable. So the first thing you gotta do in any kind of content creation for anybody that is not your own content, is to kind of understand where their footage and where their content actually lays in terms of what is the narrative, what is the story, what is about this video that's really funny, that's going to make people laugh in their channel. So the big thing is Cheeseaholic, right? He's very animated, like I said. He's very vocal, like I said. But the second thing is that this person is acting homosexual in the comedic sense, right? He's very comedic in what he's saying, um, what he's saying to Cheeseaholic, and Cheeseaholic is reacting to that said to those said comments in the way that he would naturally react, or maybe he's you know acting even further than what he is because he's on camera. Anyways, the biggest concept here is that because that whole engagement, that that relationship is happening, my mind was that okay, I need to really emphasize a lot in what's happening here with these two people. Okay, so my first thing is to cut everything down to where it needs to be, to cut it down to where it has to be, just the conversations, and the actual game itself. So you see the game right here. The game is unedited. The game is unedited. Everything is running the same way. Fouls are played on, or not fouls are played on, but fouls are not exactly cut out or anything. and all the games, the whole entire game is perfectly there. To the end where they kind of get into this little scrap, this little argument at the end.
Gay trash talker! Meow!
And then I kind of add my own like comedic text on here to kind of just make it funny in another sense as well. But right now he's just arguing with the other person through voice chat, whatever it is, right? So again, all of this is unedited. All of this is just left the same. They've left the same. What I needed to really emphasize and make sure that it's very fast and it's not boring people is the very beginning of this, where Cheeseaholic is first introduced to the person and then later on reacts to the person, right? So my first thing is, okay, make sure all the parts that he's talking about, all the parts that he's talking is funny or is helping that introduction.
What the fuck?
The best center here. The best.
Mo, time out, bro!
Blaze.
Hear this dude.
What's
suggest your team
wrong?
What do you mean what's wrong, bro? Why are you talking to me like that, fam?
What do you mean? I'm good.
What the heck? There's no way!
I'm a 2K League player.
What the fuck?
So yeah, so you can see like that introduction there is happening, right?
God, chat, help me! I don't know what to do.
I can help you. I can be very.
No, you can't help me. You can't help me, buddy. Not today.
So you see, he's reacting to it, and he's very funny in what he's reacting to. So throughout the whole entire video, you kind of add more of that reaction, that relationship, and the whole.
You, wait till I start meowing.
Oh my gosh! I'm out! I'm out! Ah, I'm out, bro!
So you can see like he's very funny, and again, they're going back and forth. They're going back and forth on how funny the content is in the minds of, in how funny it is for Cheese to act this way, right? Go further in, and more things are being said to each other, and it's kind of like his reactions get more, or they're the same, but because this something that was said that was more overtly more, how do I say it? The thing that was said was more extreme than what it should have been. That comedic sense, that the timing was perfect, and so I just added a little extra little bit so that it kind of pushed the envelope to the viewer, because something like this you can never really get live. You have to get it, as the viewer. So, you put memes, you put edits, you put whatever it is, but the cool thing is that you put these things to kind of escalate and to kind of I'm not sure the best word to say it, but kind of to rise, or to just essentially make it more intense than what it is, right? So this is the clip that I worked on, and you'll understand what I mean by making it more intense when you'll see it, right? So this just to kind of, there's someone with him in the room, and they're asking about the person that is that they're talking to. You kind of see what's happening here.
Just did it. He's gay. Dude, I'm playing against you. It's kind of weird. Alright, let's go.
I'm not gay.
Oh, you're not? Why are you talking like that?
No, I like dick.
What? I just had to close my app.
So you see, like, he reacted, and you get an easy still frame of him doing that, and you put in the meme of Eric Andre's show, the Eric Andre show, the "We'll Be Right Back," right? And it's something so simple, something so easy, and something so quick that you can do to kind of man, I don't, there's a word that I want to say, but it's at the tip of my tongue and I can't say it. I don't know what it is. By the way, the word was emphasize. What I want to say, the word was emphasize. But essentially, it's just that upbringing of that exact example. Okay, so and the same thing happens later on when Cheeseaholic says something else. Okay, so that's just the basic edits, right? And it's good to have your main footage, kind of put like all of this main footage on track one to be what is from the client, just so that you're able to organize what is yours and what isn't yours. At least for me, right? At least for me. And so that in itself becomes nested. So that nested sequence goes into the second part of what I do in making Cheese's videos. At least is I make sure that everything is censored as well. So the beginning of the video, you kind of see that the right, it gets censored because of the subject content, the subject matter. Even though it's a little bit more mature, anyways, you don't want to have any swearing in the video, just because it is going to be caught by YouTube. Now, I think that there's many other words in this video that should have been bleeped out for the simple fact that, like, he says dick, he says busted, like ass, he says a few times, right? But the word fuck, the word, like these kind of words, they get immediately flagged, and it gets problematic with YouTube. There's like little labels, whatever. Search that up on your own, okay? The thing that I want to really want to talk about is like, after watching the video, like, there's some things that even I think I should have changed. The font should have been this, like the outer border should have been a little bit brighter, or the color inside should have been the color outside, kind of vice versa type of thing. But I couldn't have told or checked that unless I have actually gotten to see the video in like a bigger screen with like an IPS monitor. And you can kind of see, like, it looks okay here, right? It looks all right here. Something happened here. What happened? I hope that didn't happen in the final video. Maybe I didn't save it after I rendered it.
Okay.
Oh, you're not? Why are you talking like that?
No, I like dick.
What?
Okay, so yeah, it's perfectly fine in the video. I'm not sure why it's not good here. I may have moved something that that messed that up. Oh well, I'll have to fix it. Well, I'll never have to use this footage again. Like, he has the full thing. So yeah, and then over here is where I put my subtitles, just because I want to know where all my subtitles are in place of the actual, bottom clip, right? The better thing to do is to pick like another three video playlists on the top of this, to actually have your subtitles here as well in your nested sequence, your nested sequence, so that when you do move things around over here on this sequence, you're not desyncing all of your subtitles in the future. Thankfully enough, I didn't have a lot of subtitles to kind of have an issue with here, so it was good that I was able to just easily move what was needed to be moved, right? Something I did here, I don't know what I did, but I did that, right? Anyways, so that's pretty much everything. I had to audio balance a few places. But overall, the whole thing was pretty standard. Audio was pretty standard. Just put the audio track in the very bottom to kind of go with the music and kind of give something background to keep the viewer from kind of turning away. They kind of keep their heads into it, not really understanding why, but it's just because the music is playing, and it kind of gives that mellow. Like if you look at video game music, the reason why video game music is so good is because video game music is done to not tear you away from the video game, but to keep you entertained and keep you grounded into the game without distracting you from your main goal. Any song that you listen to will have that will have that kind of, well, at least the good ones will have that mentality to keep you watching, to keep you playing the game, but not to distract you and push you away from the actual game, right? But yeah, essentially that's the whole video, and it's pretty straightforward. It didn't take too much time. It took me maybe about an hour, maybe an hour 2 hours. But there were a few things that I need to get in order to like the font. I need to get this the right the right lumetries for this, so that it actually looks kind of similar to how the Eric Andre one looks like. I had to get this, which is really quick. It's just a screen cap, and then at the end I kind of just did put my own little text, the text that I like from my branding, on the video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Go check out Cheeseaholic. Very funny guy, very cool guy. Hope you guys enjoyed this content, and I'll see you guys next time with the next video that I make, or the next video that I edit, as well as this one. Enjoy.